All right.
When I when I first started fishing, all I needed was a boat and a license, and off we went.
All I needed.
What did I say? Alls?
All I needed. Yeah. It's fine.
I come from a house of learned fishermen. When I first started fishing, holy shit. That Marta Jonica was right. I do have bad speech.
No, it's fine.
When I first started fishing, all I needed was a boat and a license, and hopefully a good crew. Not all the times did I get a good crew. That we can go on and on and on about. There's many stories I can tell you.
Well, that's all right. Let's do that one. That was great. We'll do one more for safety, just to make sure.
Okay.
So, when I started,
safety wasn't an issue. Basically what you needed was a sleeping bag, a pair of gum boots, and a pair of rain gear, and that was it. Maybe a light in your rigging, one light, and that was it, and off you went. You didn't care. Yeah, that was a good start.
Yep.
Well, this is all right now because
that's great.
I know about what we're doing now because I'm not like thinking that I got to talk and talk and talk. So bad. So.
Okay.
Now what?
Just do that one more time and finish it off.
Do what?
Just say when I started fishing, and then just
all I needed was not all I needed.
Yeah.
When I first started fishing, you want me to do the licensing part or all I needed was a boat?
Yeah.
You want me to do it straight through?
Just do like three things. All I needed was like a boat, a net,
pair of boots, and a set of rain gear.
Okay.
Okay. When I first started fishing, back when I was 20 years old.
No, started when you're 15.
Do you want age?
No.
When I first started fishing, all I needed. Fuck. Okay. We're going back to yeah. When I first started fishing, all I needed was a boat, a license, a pair of gum boots, and a set of rain gear, and hopefully I got the right crew.
Bam. Perfect. That's perfect. I'm gonna put my. Yes. Okay. Good.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I can go, well, fucking.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking about the stories.
Okay,
right.
Now it's several. Now it's like how many ever years later, like several years later, or whatever you want, however you want to say it in your own words. And I'm ready.
Become professional. It's become more of a professional part.
Yeah, there's been regulations. There's more regulations in place. There's archipelago.
Oh, we should have. Yeah, no, we're getting.
But you don't have to. We're not going to go into the details.
20 years. Okay, how about this? 20 years later, it's not quite the same. Or is that a good
That's
start?
perfect. Yeah. Like it. Yeah.
But I don't know where to go after that.
20 years later, it's not quite the same. There's other,
There's other factors involved. Awareness.
It's become a lot more complicated. Lives have been lost.
Yep. Okay. 20 years later, it's not quite the same. There's a little more awareness about the environment.
Talk right to me. Don't look at the camera.
20 years later, there's a little more awareness about environmental concerns, about lives that have been lost, safety, and in general.
That's perfect though. That's the right track right there.
Lost. 20 years later.
20 years later, it's not quite the same.
You gotta scroll.
Yep.
Because we're putting it together.
Here.
This is working now.